Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, the Black Business School. I'm going to give you guys a chance to come into the conversation as we get ready to have an important discussion about an important issue. I want to also say welcome to the home of intelligent black people. That's what Dr. Boyce TV is all about. We talk about all kinds of things that happen in our community that intelligent people should be discussing. So, as I give you guys a chance to come into the conversation, I want to say good morning. I know it's early in the morning. If you're watching this live, it's pretty early, but we're about to get it cracking. Mainly because in a little bit I got to go running again. You guys know I've been on this weight loss journey. I've been trying to slim down and get slim, trim, and sugar free, which is going to require me to put in the work. And so not only will I be sugar free, but I want to be sucker free. All right, so let me just kind of give you kind of a premise here as I welcome everybody that comes in. I want you guys to know for sure that as I hit this topic, this is not a diss track. This is not me trying to call out somebody. This is me finding a teachable moment that we can all learn from and get back to our busy day. You guys, a lot of you participated in the first night of the investment seminar that I've been doing over 7 weeks. I'm doing a 7-week investing masterclass. You can still sign up if you want to. You can go to drboyceseminars.com. That's drboyceseminars.com. It's gone really well. Everybody loves it, and I think you'll like it too. You can still sign up. You can get the recordings, everything else. Good morning, Tommy Guns and Natasha and Frederick, Conscious, Philosophy of Hustle, Darius, Love, David K, Black Sun, Alton Jones. Let's see, the family YouTube. Is that Jimmy? Is that Jammy? Lisa Wallace, Elon Curtis, how you doing? Shout out your city right quick. Do me a favor real quick. Shout out your city. Shout out your city or your business or your dream. Your city, your business, or your dream. I'll give you a couple seconds to do that as we get the topic ready that we're going to cover real quick today. I'm going to actually save you guys time. We're not going to talk for an hour or anything like that. But just know that today, if you're watching today on May 15th at 2 p.m., Dr. Claude Anderson will be here. He's coming in a day early. Usually Dr. Claude Anderson does Powernomics Thursday. This week is going to be Powernomics Wednesday, because I think Dr. Anderson has to travel or something like that. So we're doing Wednesday instead of Thursday. Also, don't forget on May 19th, I'll be in Philadelphia. If you want to come to my investment seminar all day long, all day investment seminars, private, small group, you can go to drboycephiladelphia.com. That's drboycephiladelphia.com. So feel free to go to drboycephiladelphia.com if you want to join us in Philly. All right, so let's see here. I see Sacramento and Black Sun says he's investing in XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Yeah, in case you guys have noticed, Bitcoin has been really, really on the move. This is a big week for investing. Bitcoin has been killing it. I don't know if you guys have paid attention. Bitcoin is back. If you look, you'll notice that the Dow Jones has been up and down due to the trade war between Trump and China. That's been pretty fascinating to watch. Let's see. Carlton says jet plane. Yes, it is a jet plane. Global Back Family. Isaac says I'm in Milwaukee, Dallas, Texas. Let me see. Let me check out Facebook here. If you're on Facebook, make sure you share this video so that people can see it. Shout out my nephew's Real Good Vibes TV. Okay, I just shouted it out. Republic of Panama, says Kelly. I see Detroit from VDOT, Vander Morgan Realty, Augusta, Georgia. Up Wellness, says Lisa Wallace. Battle Creek, Michigan, says Rico. Very nice, very cool, very cool. Okay, so let's get this started and kind of hit this topic. This involves the rapper Drake. I think it's interesting when celebrities do interesting things with money, because it really kind of gets a lot of our attention as a community. And I think that's a good start, right? Like, that's a good start when it comes to economic intelligence. Because here's the thing, right? Tell me if you agree, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Give me a yes or no. Do you agree that it's important for people to understand money? Do you agree? Yes or no? Do you think it's important for people to be financially literate, financially intelligent? Yes or no? Do you think that it's important for black people to start more businesses? Yes or no? Yes or no? I hope you say yes, because if you say no, then that means we got to talk, because all the rappers rap about is money. Like, all they rap about You know, I got 100 million Bentleys in, whoa. And I got $10 million in the bank, like, whoa. I bought this woman's vagina yesterday, like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like all they rap about is Gucci and Prada and money and M's in the bank account and all of this, right? Like that's all they talk about. And that becomes all our community talks about, right? Because we end up looking up to the rappers. And some of these rappers, not all of them, but some of them, y'all know that some of these rappers ain't for real. Some of these rappers are just walking minstrel shows. Like we know some of these rappers just really need to just get like they need to just go ahead and join the Klan because they're promoting death, violence, drug addiction, self-destruction, you know, all kinds of stuff, you know, and you can't disconnect that from the destruction of the black man, right? The black man in America is being destroyed. The black man, did y'all know that 45%, check it out, pay attention, listen to me carefully. Did y'all know that 45% of all the young black males in Chicago between the ages of 20 and 24 do not have jobs and are not in school? 45%. I'm saying it kind of slow because I think that you don't care about your own trauma. You're kind of conditioned to act like it's normal. I'm saying it slow because I need you to really meditate on that and understand how this ripples all throughout your community. How you can't disconnect a stat like that from the fact that your daughter can't find a husband or she got 3 babies daddies, you know, who ain't paying child support. You know, or that it's not uncommon for so many young women to have boyfriends that have been, you know, murdered or locked up or whatever, right? Like you can't disconnect those two statistics. So pay attention to, here's another thing you got to pay attention to. What music style is most popular amongst young black males? You know, now I'm not blaming hip hop. Let's just be clear. I'm not blaming hip hop for the creation of these conditions. We're not blaming hip hop for any of that. What we are saying, though, is that there's a difference between creating an awareness of the suffering versus celebrating that shit. Do you follow me? Right? I'm not dissing hip hop. I'm not saying, okay, you know, rappers can't have, you know, expression and say what they want. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that hip hop caused the problem. I'm saying that I don't understand why the music celebrates the shit. Like why music literally says, oh, you're dying from diabetes because you eat too much sugar. Well, eat that sugar, man. Eat that sugar, man. Eat that sugar, man. Like really? Like you're gonna really encourage amongst young black males the very same behavior that's leading us to hell in a handbasket? Well, you know, I got 2 middle fingers for people who think that way. I'm serious. So that's one of the reasons why, you know, when you see me talk about rappers like Future, I can't justify anything that comes out of that man's mouth. And I can't justify the fact that if he does something nice, like he walks an old lady across the street or gives $20 to a local high school, we suddenly start celebrating him because you're just really looking for an excuse to celebrate a rich, famous nigga. That's what you do. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for an opportunity to look at some idiot, some crazy ass, dumbass buffoon and say, well, see, that boy, you wrong. You hate it. He's a good man. He bought 8 turkeys for the local high school. Yeah, but he just made a song that was heard by 20 million black children that is telling them to go get hooked on drugs, to go out and smoke crack and get hooked on Molly and whatever the hell, whatever the drugs are. Like I don't even know the right drugs, Stevens. They got Molly and Percocet. Wait a minute, hold on, wait. That would be a dope song. Molly Percocet, Molly Percocet, Molly Percocet. Wait, isn't that? That's right. He did make a song where the chorus was Molly Percocet. Literally, I'm not making this up. I'm not pretending. This is really true. Look it up. He made a song like a jingle. You know, jingles are used to get people to get into your subconscious mind to get you to buy a product. Like McDonald's. Like think about this. When I say da 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 da, I'm loving it, right? That hits you, right? You remember that, right? Well, Molly Percocet, Molly Percocet. So you got, 20 million black kids repeating the words Molly Percocet over and over and over again. Molly and Percocet sales probably went up because of that. You don't think there's a connection? Well, why do you think corporations pay rappers so much money to wear their products? Why do you think corporations pay rappers so much money to rep their brand? Why do you think corporations pay rappers millions of dollars to just post about, our new clothes on your social media when you got 30 million followers? Just mention our brand right quick and watch the sales pour in. Why? Well, because rappers have a hypnotic effect on black people. Rappers get people to do things. Rappers are the original social media influencers. Rappers are all basically, kind of like Kardashians. Like Kardashians make 100 million, 200 million a year just by tweeting about things. It costs $250,000 to buy one tweet or one Instagram post. Sorry, one Instagram post from Kylie Jenner. That's how Kylie Jenner is either at billionaire status or on her way to billionaire status. You're selling tweets and Instagram posts for $250K a pop. You're gonna become a billionaire. It's not that hard to do. So anyway, let me get back to it. But this is not a diss on rappers. This is certainly not a diss on Drake at all. So do not interpret it this way. I think Drake is theoretically, for the most part, one of the good ones. He's tried to pretend to be gangster, but he ain't really gangster. He's a little white boy basically who's trying to fit in, and he fits in by basically imitating the dysfunctional behavior he sees from black people. Like that's what I see with Drake. I don't, you go back to when he was on Degrassi and all that, and you look at his background, you're like, okay, he ain't no thug, right? But it is what it is. That's the culture. It's a thug culture. We promote thug culture. We let corporations owned mostly by white and Jewish people, not by black people. These record labels are not owned by us. They promote thug culture to the world. And it's not a coincidence that Drake does have a Jewish background and he's successful in the industry. Well, because those connections got him to the top. Same thing with Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels had a boyfriend who was white and Jewish, and he basically indoctrinated himself into that culture. And I believe that led them to accept him more than they would accept me, because you ain't never gonna see my black ass, in Hollywood really doing well like that, like really doing Hollywood stuff. I'm gonna do well because I know how to build, but I ain't never gonna do well because some white Jewish man decided that he wants to make me, the creative director of a show like Empire or whatever. That won't be my life. Okay, so let's keep going. Hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button. Chris Henry says, shout out from the Japan Marine Corps. Thank you, man, for your service. I honor you, I respect you, and I appreciate you. And everybody in here, I hope that you'll take a second and always thank a soldier, because y'all can talk about the politics all day, but without these soldiers defending your borders, y'all will be speaking German or some shit. So respect the soldiers. I always respect the troops. Thank you, Chris, for your service. Moving on. All right, so here's the deal. All right, so Drake bought this private jet. Chris, I just made you a moderator. I want you to also protect my channel the way you protect our borders. So thank you, brother. All right, so going into this private jet, Drake bought the jet. I think it costs a couple $100 million. I mean, what's $220 million? Who cares? And he's been, talking about it. He says he's proud to support a strong Canadian company, which is nice. Oh, sorry, it's 187 million, which 187 is an ironic number, right? Remember Snoop Dogg used to say 187 on an undercover cop, right? So 187 is like, that's funny that it costs 187. Maybe that's his subtle, like subconscious, like gangster move. But Drake revealed that he has his very own Air Drake. He's calling it Air Drake. He revealed it on Instagram, which I'm sure led to, he probably got a lot of likes off of that one. Everybody gets hearts and likes, so he got likes off of that. And he says, but if you want to take a trip on the rapper's airline, you'll have to have some sort of inside connection. He says, no rental, no timeshare. So he's not renting it. He's not sharing the time. He says, looks like Drake will be keeping the 30-seat plane all to himself. And rightfully so. The new 767-300F plane costs about $185 million. Why'd they put a 187 at the top? 185 is not as cool of a number as 187. All right, so anyway, Drake, whose real name is Aubrey Graham, created... Can you imagine if he was rapping under the name Aubrey Graham? Aubrey Graham, the great rapper. I don't think he would be successful with a name like that. He created the personalized private plane with Cargojet, a Canadian airline. The company announced their partnership with the rapper earlier this month. Quote unquote, he says, supporting homegrown businesses has always been a top priority of mine, Drake said in a statement. So when an opportunity came up to get involved with a great Canadian company, I was honored to do so. Okay, and then there's more. There's more stuff in here. I think that's interesting. He's supporting a homegrown company in Canada. I think that's wonderful and cute. But remember, you're using black culture to make yourself rich enough to buy a private jet. Let's just. I'm not dissing Drake. This is just me sitting on Drake's conscience. Anybody. I don't know if anybody remembers Jiminy Cricket. He's like, always let your conscience be your guide. He was a little cricket that was actually your conscience. So I'm gonna be Jiminy Cricket. I'm gonna be Drake's conscience and say, yeah, Canadian companies are cool, but Canadian people don't really need the money. The black community in America really needs the money, and the black community in America is where you got that culture from, right? You would not be a rapper if if it wasn't for us, right? You wouldn't have your street cred if it wasn't for us. You wouldn't have your style if it wasn't for us. You wouldn't be respected around the world if it wasn't for us. Like without us, there is no hip hop. Like, right? I mean, without us, like, we are like the mother or the father of hip hop. Like, we gave birth to that shit. So if you're making money off our baby, then you should give something to the parents. Like, do you follow what my logic here? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Please tell me, confirm that you get what I'm saying. We created and founded hip hop. Started in the South Bronx, back in the days of KRS-One and Nas, even before Nas actually, and all of that, right? We started that shit, like Africa Bambaataa, whoever else was there at that time, DJ Kool Herc, like that's our shit, right? So what I really would like to see is, I'm not saying that he can't support a Canadian company. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, I would like to see more rappers do the same thing when it comes to black-owned companies. When it comes to the black community in America, are you proudly, repping the fact that you're supporting black-owned businesses? Really, like, are you going around saying like, hey, I saw an opportunity to go spend $200 million with a black-owned business, and I had to jump on that because black-owned businesses, without black people, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be Drake if it wasn't for black people co-signing on my shit. So I got to go drop $200 million on an HBCU, right? Think about this. Pay attention now. You got rappers on TV in white people's magazines bragging about spending $200 million on some shit that white people made, but I have yet to see a rapper anywhere brag about how they also dropped $200 million or $50 million or $10 million on a historically black college, all of whom need that money. Every one of them needs that money. I've seen rappers and athletes on Instagram, like the ultimate example, which gets to the point of coonery, straight coonery, is Floyd Mayweather. Money Mayweather. I seen Floyd draped in gold and Gucci, like not just Gucci, not just gold, but Gucci gold. I didn't even know Gucci made gold. I didn't even know gold was made in Gucci. But he was covered from head to toe with Gucci gold, like he's King Midas with a golden cup. Anybody seen that video on Instagram? And I've seen him brag about how much money he spends on European shit, but I've never seen him brag about spending millions of dollars on black people shit. I've never seen Floyd Mayweather or Drake or any artist go to a convention hosted like the We Buy Black convention, or maybe the All Black National Convention, or some other place, and say, you know what? I wanted to make it rain on these black vendors. I wanted to set it off. So I went up in there and I dropped $5 million on black-owned businesses. That needs to be the new street cred, for real. Like if you went to give a like, if you hit the like button on Drake's post where he's bragging about, a $200 million jet, I want you to go back to Instagram and I want you to hit the button again to take the like back and say, I'm not going to give you your like because I want you bragging about dropping $200 million in the black community that gave your ass an opportunity to be great and special. Like we're tired of hit it and quit it. We're tired of the economic version of hit it and quit it being done on black people, where you're going to use us up, screw us, bust a nut and then go run off to white folks where, and live the happy life afterwards. Seriously, we're not going to let you just come in and soak up everything that we have to offer to the world and then go out and enjoy your white friends and your white businesses and your Canadian stuff or whatever. We don't hate you, Drake. We love you. Your music's brilliant. Brilliant man. 32 years old. My God, he can buy a private jet at 32. I couldn't buy a private jet at 30. I couldn't buy one now. So obviously your music is good and we love you for that. But, you're supporting these Canadian-owned companies with $200 million. Go to the African-American community, go to the hood and drop $10 million. Like, don't go to the hood and buy like 8 t-shirts or pass out $100 bills. That's like a good publicity stunt. Like, that looks like people get excited about that. Because you got to understand, African Americans have really low self-esteem. So when you show us even an ounce of love, like if you just take the time out of your day to come pee on us, we are excited. We're like, oh my God, he peeing on me. He usually pees in the toilet, but he peeing on, I get to be the toilet today. Like, that's what we do. We get excited over things that don't matter. But you got to remember though, there's some people in the black community who are, who are observant. You know, there are people in the black community who are intelligent. Like the people who are here right now. You guys are in the tribe of intelligent black people. That's why you're here. That's why most people aren't, most people don't come here. Most people think I'm just talking shit, or they think I'm hating, or they think I'm, or they think I'm nerdy or whatever. I don't know what they think, but it doesn't. That's fine. It's fine. But there are smart people who have self-esteem, who have standards, who are observant, who are going to say, yeah, okay, Drake, thanks for spending $3,000 today at a couple of black-owned businesses while you were here making, $250,000 in your concert. But we're going to need you to do a little bit better than that, right? We're going to need you to go, we're going to need you to do this. Here's what I want you to do, Drake. Drake, if you're watching, Drake, are you watching? If you're watching, Drake, I want you to know, first of all, I respect you, man. I do not dislike you. I get a little out, like sometimes my mouth runs away from me and I just say crazy shit, but I don't hate you, man. I don't want you to think I hate you. I got a few rappers that think I hate rappers, and that ain't true. All I've ever listened to is hip hop. I didn't even like music before hip hop started, was like really big. So here's what I want you to do, right? I want you to get on the phone, and I don't even want your money. I want your power. I'm like the white boys in Silicon Valley when they're partnering with Nas and Beyonce and Jay-Z, and they're doing these big tech investments. Like Beyonce just made $300 million from Uber and all that. Like I'm like the white boys, except I'm smarter than them because I have a PhD in finance. They don't have a PhD. They're just, their parents gave them money, and they're rich because they're white and stuff, and they went to Harvard and all that. So that's why they seem smart. But I'm smarter than I taught those kids when I taught at Syracuse. So here's what I want you to do, Drake. I don't want you to even use your money. I want you to use your power. Like the white boys want you to do. Like they don't really care about you investing $5 million in their new tech startup. They want your brand. They want your influence. Because as I mentioned earlier, rappers are the original social media influencers. Rappers were social media influencers before there was social media. So I want you to go and get on the phone, and I want you to call. Let's start with maybe let's call Diddy. Let's see who else. Let's call Jay-Z. Let's call Will Smith. Let's call maybe Barack Obama if you want to. Let's pick our 20 richest friends, right? Serena Williams, she married the white guy, but she's still black. She can still be black. It's okay. She married the white guy, but she can still be black. And I want you, even her baby can be black, because a drop of black blood makes you black. And so I want you to get them together, and I want you to do a 2019 version of "We Are the World." And it doesn't have to be a song. I'm not saying I want you to sing. I want the spirit of that collective energy. So what I'd like for you to do is get all these people to get on social media at the same time and use a hashtag. Like the hashtag could be something like, save our HBCUs, right? Or build our HBCUs. Not even save. Let's forget saving. That's like a survivalist kind of mindset. Like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Instead, like they just call it HBCU prosper or something like that, right? Where your goal is to make sure that you take the top 10 HBCUs and help them all have endowments of at least $500 million or more. I don't know. I think that what is it? What's the school in Howard? I think Howard's over $500 million. Maybe I'm being delusional about it though. But that would be a good start, right? Like get all the HBCUs to have an endowment over $500 million so that they can financially afford to educate black people for the next, 100 years or so without begging people like Donald Trump to pay their bills, right? You can't really properly educate your community or empower your community when you got to get on your knees and go tickle Donald Trump's testicles to get him to give you money, right? You can't. That's the opposite of black power. That's not even slavery. That's worse than slavery. And so, so what I would just say at the end of the day is that if Drake, and all these celebrities that are bragging on social media about spending money with white people, I'm asking you all to not hit the like button and to not approve of that stuff.